Hello, this is Johnny, and I wanted to talk about more Procreate 5.2 updates. I did a video talking about my favorite feature so far, which is the page assist, but I wanted to talk about just a few more things. I've had a little bit more time to play around in the app. I've actually been using the updated app in my Outschool classroom just to introduce my students to some of the updates. So when the app actually updates, they'll be ready to try the new features and they won't have to take the time to learn them. So that has been kind of fun. We actually drew a pretty cool wreath in class, which I'm gonna insert a picture of. One thing that people are really excited about is the 3D mock-ups, and me not so much. I like them, they're pretty cool. I like the concept of them. However, I'm not interested in painting on like a soda can or a pair of skates or even a skateboard. What would appeal to me would be clothing mock-ups, especially for people who like to take their Procreate artwork and turn it into merchandise. So if they had like some hoodie mock-ups or some legging mock-ups where you could do like the all over print, because sometimes when I am creating in Procreate and then I transfer over, it's pretty hard to see where certain patterns and things should match up, which I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I am on one of my favorite print on demand sites, Printful, and here is a pattern that I created in Procreate. I'm just gonna try to zoom in there just a little bit. And they are cute, they look cute. Let's see, let's go to the other one. But when we get to like the inseam here, where's the picture? You can see where the patterns don't quite match up. And I am not a pattern designer or anything like that. So this is something that I struggle with. So if I could probably, you know, play around with and move different things with the transform tool and Procreate, using the new 3D mock-up feature, this would kind of help that design become just a little bit easier to create for people that may not be experienced in this type of thing. So those are the type of mock-ups that I would like to see in Procreate, because I don't have much use for a soda can or a skateboard. And that's just not to say that people don't, but that's just not my thing. And I would love to see, you know, clothing and fashion, or maybe even accessory mock-ups in Procreate. A feature in Procreate that I am very excited about that, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be as excited, but I forget what brushes I use sometimes, and this new feature helps you to recall your recent brushes that you use. So if you're experimenting or if you are a newbie in Procreate, this is a very helpful tool. So let me show you. Okay. Now for the most part, I use the same 3 brushes over and over. I use the sketching, the 6B pencil, just like a standard kind of pencil. I use the studio pen from the inking section. And then if I want a more even weighted brush, I use the monoline from the calligraphy section. And then anytime I'm doing like shading or highlighting, I use the soft brush from the airbrushing section. But every now and then I like to play around with the textures in Procreate, especially if I am doing something for a fashion design class and I don't want to render all of the texture. I like to use some of the brushes, not as they're intended. So like let's see, if we go to the organic section, I like to use the swordgrass, and the wild grass brush is like fur or feathers and things like that. But let's say I am experimenting with a new brush. Procreate has this new feature where they have your recent brushes, so you don't have to kind of guess and go through all of the brushes to try to remember which one you use. And I can see how this feature will be really good for someone who is new in Procreate and is just learning the brushes. So I have quite a few of these brushes, not just the 4 that I use on a regular basis, but a lot of these kind of memorize and I know where to go to find them. But if you create something really pretty and you're not quite sure where to find it, this tool is very helpful. So here it shows the most recent brushes that I've used, which is Wildgrass, Swordgrass, Soft Brush, Monoline, Studio Pen, 6B, I've used Avalon and To Be Compressed. My child may have used that one because I don't remember using Avalon. But again, a very, very useful feature for Procreate newbies, and for me too, because I forget a lot of times what I use, especially when I am experimenting. So overall, I am loving the new updates in Procreate. I still have a lot of exploring to do. I've been using it, like I said, in my classes, but I need to experiment a little bit outside of class too, so that I can really get the full experience of the app. So let me know if these tips were helpful for you, and share what are some of the things that you really like about Procreate, because this is my first testing of an app, so I kind of feel like I don't really know what I'm doing, even though I have been using Procreate for a long time. I just want to get like I said, the full experience and test as many new features as I can. So hopefully you guys like this video, and thank you for watching.